Hey team, Yasin here, and in this training, we're going to be going over step by step on how to execute the ads to Facebook group play. Now, this is one of the most powerful plays that you can run. The reason why it is sometimes even better to run this play rather than running the straight to scheduler play or running the VSL play is because when you run Facebook ads to a group, it basically becomes like a container to literally nurture your leads. And that way it's very easy not only for you to follow up with them, but to schedule calls, to build a relationship, to build a rapport, to build authority, to build trust. And so that way, not only does your sales get easier, but that way you can also run ads nonstop all the time, even on those days that you're not able to sell. Because if you're running a ads to scheduler play, right, where you're running ads directly to a calendar or to a VSL and then to a calendar, if you go on vacation or if you're going somewhere else, then at that point you're literally just running ads and you're burning leads, and then you also then have to nurture them in a way. But when you run Facebook ads to a Facebook group, it literally is putting people into a container that you can then milk for going on and on and on and on. And that's why this play is the number one recommended play that we recommend that everyone start off with. And so this is what this training is going to be talking about, and how to set that up step by step, and I'll walk you through it every step of the way, okay? So what we're going to basically go over in this training is we're going to be talking about how to set up your funnel for this play. We're going to talk about setting up your custom conversion, talk about setting up your ads manager columns. We're also going to be talking about the exact copy. Yes, we're going to be giving you guys the exact copy that you will be running in your ads, as well as the exact creative. And so there are 5 things that we're going to be going over in this training. Now, before you do anything, I want you to take a second right now, and I want you to pause this training, and right underneath this training, there is something that says the ads to group setup guide. I want you to go ahead and take a second, click on that, and make a copy. I've gone ahead and putting you guys right here. You want to put this inside of the Z archive folder inside of your paid traffic folder. If you don't have a Z archive folder, you can go ahead and make one. The reason why we put it in the Z archive folder is because this is not going to be something you're going to be referencing multiple times. And so you can just go ahead and make sure that it's somewhere else in your archives, just in case you need it in the future, but not in your main folder. That's where all of your documents that you utilize all the time are going to be, okay? And so I want you to go ahead and make a copy of that. And once you open that up, it's going to look like this. And in there is going to be step by step on exactly what I'm going to be walking you through in this training, with the funnel setup. It's going to have the custom conversion setup, the column setup, the copy setup, and the creative setup, okay? And so once you do that, you can follow along with me, so that way we can make sure that you have your ads to group play set up by the end of this training. That's going to be very important. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it and talk about setting up your funnel. So the very first step about setting up your funnel is we need to go ahead and create a unique deep link to your Facebook group. So remember, how this works is that you're going to basically be running ads, and those ads are going to be pushing people into the Facebook group. However, the reason why we do not run Facebook ads with the Facebook link, the group link, right? Facebook.com/group/ whatever your group link is. The reason why we do not put that link inside of the copy in our ads is because Facebook does not like people running traffic to their own website, because they have no idea what it is that you are saying in your creative or in your copy. Yes, they have AI algorithms, and they go through their terms of service, but they don't know how exactly what it is that you're telling people about their own company or their own site. And so they do not like people to be running ads directly to a Facebook link. So because of that, what we do is we actually run ads to a landing page on a ClickFunnels page, which I'm going to talk to you guys more about here in a second. And we run those ads to the landing page, and the landing page then redirects them to the Facebook group. And so that way you're able to have your own domain, but you're also able to then track how many people are landing on that landing page. Now, the problem with that, though, is that if you're taking people off of Facebook and then bringing them back to Facebook, when they click on that link, and they try to open up that link inside of their browser, it's going to open up that link inside of their web browser on their phone or on their computer. But you want it to open up inside of the Facebook app. And so in order to do that, we need to do something called deep linking. And that's what we're going to be setting up here with something called URL Genius, okay? And so URL Genius is basically a URL creator that basically creates your Facebook group link, and it puts it into a way that when people open up those links on their phones, they're able to then, it pops up into their app, rather than it opening up into their browser. And that's what we're going to be setting up here in step number 1, okay? Now, the very first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and look up the ID for our Facebook group. The reason we have to look up our ID is because that is what the apps on phones use in order to actually go ahead and open up the app. So once you click on this link inside of the setup, there's something called lookupid.com. You go to this, and what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to go to your Facebook group, and you're going to grab your Facebook group link. Now, if you've set up your Facebook group properly, you probably have some sort of name to your Facebook group at the end of your link. However, this is not what we can utilize in order to have the ID. So what we do is we go ahead and grab that link, we put that inside of your ID Facebook thing here, right? And we put lookup. Once we do that, it's going to push out the exact ID for our Facebook group. This is the ID that we can use inside of URL Genius to go ahead and actually create our deep link, okay? So we're going to go ahead and leave that tab open for now. Leave that tab open because we're going to need that ID here in a second, okay? So we went ahead and entered in. And then in another tab, you're going to go ahead and open up urlgenius.com. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go to My Account and click on Composer. Now, if you don't have an account, you can go ahead and make an account right here. If I click on URL Genius, you'll see it'll take me to this right here. My recommendation is you click on Get Started for free. You can have 1,000 free clicks on your link. And then after that, it's about 1 penny per click, which is literally nothing. And so in the beginning, you get 1,000, which might take you a month or 2 months to go through. So that way you get literally 2 months for free, which is really, really awesome. Okay. Now, once you have your account set up, you go to My Account Composer, or you just click, go here, right here. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and put in the link to your Facebook group. So that was the facebook.com/group/online trainer secrets, right? That was the link that we had. The problem with this link is that we said we don't want the name at the end of it. So we're going to put facebook.com/groups. I'm going to put it up here for now so that way I can mess around with this without it loading on me. I'm going to then go ahead and take this name out, and I'm going to go ahead and put in the number that I got from lookup ID. Okay, so I'm going to grab this number. I'm going to put in this number right here at the end of this. So now I have https://www.groups, and then I have my Facebook ID. I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to refresh this because I don't want that in there. I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to go ahead and put that right in here. I'm going to wait. So we give it a second. I'm going to wait. And then it's going to go ahead and create the deep link for me. So that's what it's doing right now. It's going ahead and creating this deep link. Whenever it decides to do that. Sometimes it can be a little bit finicky, so let me go ahead and see if I take out this www. There we go. And it's making the deep link for me right now. There we go. So I went ahead and made the deep link, and I can go ahead and name this. So what you can go ahead and name this is if you want, you can name it, you can leave it like that if you want, or you can make it, I'm going to call it, let's say, NFW free group. Let's say I do that. I'm going to go ahead and click on Compose Deep Link. Now, once I click on Compose Deep Link, it's actually making the deep link for me that will then allow people, when they click on the link, it'll open up inside of their app rather than inside of their browser on their phone. And that's exactly what we want. And so boom, just like that, we now have our link. And then what you want to make sure you do, and I have this in the settings here, is you want to go over to routing and check that all the routing is good. The reason why this is important, you go to routing, you'll see that if they click on that link on their iPhone, it'll go ahead and when the app is installed, it'll send it to there. That's the link it should be. When the app is not installed, it'll send it to their browser. Perfect. Perfect. Phone, tablet. When it sends them, just like that. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. So routing is good. And that link is now taken care of. Boom. Now we're going to need this link in a second. This link right here that we just created. But I'm going to leave it inside of the browser for now. What I'm now going to go ahead and do is I'm now going to go ahead and import the funnel into my ClickFunnels account. Now, ClickFunnels is a software that we utilize in order to actually host landing pages. If you do not have a ClickFunnels account, this is my big recommendation to you. You go ahead and click in the training below in the resources section. It says Facebook Group Funnel Import, okay? If you don't have a ClickFunnels account and you open up that link, it's going to take you over to a page that looks like this. You can go ahead and sign up for a 14-day free trial for your Facebook, for your ClickFunnels account, and you just go ahead and click on Start Your Free Trial. If you are already a ClickFunnels user, if you already have a ClickFunnels account, you can just go ahead and click on I am a ClickFunnels user and log in. The reason why you go ahead and do that is because we've given you the exact funnel that you will be importing into your ClickFunnels account. It's literally plug and play. It's kind of like a website you can kind of imagine. Let me show you what that's going to look like, right? This is what the funnel is going to look like. So when people click on your ad, they're going to hop over to a page that looks like this. They then click on send me my group invitation, and then it takes them into the group Facebook group page. We've already designed all of this for you. I'm going to just tell you what are some of the tweaks that you're going to make, but you're going to need ClickFunnels in order to do this. Now, I'm telling you, real business owners, ClickFunnels is $97 a month. Literally, if you're running a business that's doing $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month, $97 a month is nothing. Don't try to be a cheapskate and try to look for all these other alternatives. I'm not telling you because I'm affiliated with ClickFunnels in any way, shape, or form. I'm telling you because ClickFunnels is by far the easiest, and for you to get distracted and not being able to focus on sales and marketing is going to take away from your ability to make money. So don't be cute, be profitable. That is very, very, very important. I used to have a mentor who used to tell me that. It's very, very, very important, okay? So what you're going to go ahead and do is once you go ahead and actually import that funnel, you want to go ahead and complete the other funnel steps inside of this right here. And I want to make a note here because it should actually say step number 2, import funnel into your ClickFunnels account in the resources section. Okay, so after you've gone ahead and done that, then you have step number 3, step number 4, step number 5, step number 6, and step number 7. I want to do that live with you guys just so you can see that is an important step, okay? Right here, it's in the resources section. Once you go ahead and import that, you want to go over to the launching ads setup and complete any other funnel steps that are existing there. So you click on this link. It'll take you over to the training in the portal. You go to launching ads setup checklist. And right here, there are a whole bunch of settings right here. There are 7 settings that you want to go ahead and set up right before you do the rest of the settings on here. So you go into here and you just follow along. Import the right funnel, update the funnel name, change the domain name, install the pixel. You want to do all of these things before you move on in the ads group, okay? Import the funnel, complete the steps, awesome. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do from there is you're now going to go to step number 4, is you're going to go ahead and edit the privacy policy. So you'll see that in the funnel that you import, there is a privacy policy. This is important when you're advertising on Facebook. So what you want to go ahead and do to be compliant, you click on privacy policy, you click on edit page. I like to hold command or control and click edit page so that way it opens in another tab. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to replace everywhere it says your company name or your org name, you're going to replace that with your own company or organization name. So we've already gone ahead and gone to the legal team. We've already gone ahead and created a privacy policy for you guys. It's literally plug and play. All you need to do, literally, is just go in and replace your company name. And then also you need to go ahead and replace your support email address. So wherever you see your email address at domainname.com, your email address at domainname.com, your company name, you want to go in here, your org name down here, don't forget it down here. You want to go ahead and replace all of that here in your privacy policy and then click on save. Okay, so go ahead and pause this training and go do that now because that's going to be very, very important to do. So that is the privacy policy. You're going to click on save and then you're going to click on exit. Once you're done with the privacy policy, you're going to do the same thing for terms. You're going to go over to terms and you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to click on edit page and then you're going to go into the page and you're going to check all of your org names, all of the company names, right? Your org name right here where it says your company name, you're going to replace that as well. All of the email addresses that you see that I've gone ahead and put for you guys, your email address at domainname.com, you're going to change that as well. This is very, very, very important to do so that way you are compliant with Facebook as well as at the bottom, okay? So that is going to be step number 4 and step number 5 of setting up your funnel. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go over to the control. Now, what is the control? The control, if you go to Facebook group landing page, which is the first step in the funnel, the control is the first one here, is the first page, and then the variation is this one right here, okay? So there are 2 pages. The reason we have 2 pages is because both of them equally work pretty well, and so that way you can run more traffic and have variations of the page. That's why we've gone ahead and done that for you. What you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to click on edit page on the control, and what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and edit all of the things that I've gone ahead and mentioned to you that you need to edit in the control. So you need to edit the niche callout at the top, the niche callout in the quote, the image, the logo, your org name, privacy policy, and I'm going to walk you through all of this right now. So what you're going to do is once you click on edit on the control, you need to change the callout that exists right here. You see this callout for busy moms and working professionals. If that is not your niche, don't be running ads for busy moms and professionals. You want to make sure that you change that. That's very, 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 very important, okay? And so what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to change the call out for that. And I'm going to make a note here. It's call at the bottom, at the top for desktop and mobile. This is very important. So right here, you're going to change the niche call out, but you see how it says desktop only? Once you change it here, you need to click on mobile and change it here as well. Because of the fact that the way the page is outlined, there's a different page view that looks for mobile and there's a different page view that looks for desktop. After that, you need to go ahead and change the niche call out in the quote. What is the niche call out in the quote? That is this right here. this might be the best place for blank to learn how to crush their health goals and get results without sacrificing the things they love in life. You're going to change that. Obviously, your niche is not niche, right? You need to change that and edit this. You just click into here and you edit that right there, okay? And this one you do not have to do for desktop, for mobile and desktop. That's only one, so that one is taken care of, okay? That's the niche call out. You want to change the image. Obviously, you don't want to be running in a image of Coach Malik. Then everybody will know that you got it from us. You want to change the image. All you do is you click on it. You click over here. You go to this page here. You click on here. You upload the image that you want to have. Maybe a nice picture of you with a client, whatever that might look like. You go ahead and edit the image there, okay? Once that is taken care of, you want to edit logo at the bottom. I think I went ahead and took out the logo at the bottom so you guys don't have to worry about that anymore. Yep, no more logo at the bottom. You want to change your org name at the bottom, right here underneath here where it says your org name. You want to go ahead and change your organization name right there. Next, right here where it says privacy policy, you click on the little pencil icon. It says link here. Obviously, your privacy policy is not link here. You want to go ahead and change that. So you want to go over to your funnel, you want to go to your privacy policy, and you want to grab the link that is right here to your privacy policy. Now, this is the link to the one that I have in the demo one. If you've gone ahead and put your domain name on, if you put your funnel on your domain name, your funnel link here will look very different. You want to grab that privacy policy link, you want to go back over to the funnel, and you want to put the link there. The same thing for the terms. You go ahead and click on the pencil icon, terms, link here. You're going to go over here, terms. You're going to grab the link from right there. Again, not this link. You want to grab the link that's on yours. If you've done a good job of putting it on your domain name, it should be yourdomainname.com/terms. You want to go ahead and do that. Grab that link, and you want to put it inside of terms right there. Boom, just like that, okay? So now you've updated the org name. You've done the privacy policy. You've done the link terms at the bottom as well. Now, you're going to change the button 1 link and the button 2 link. What does that mean? Right here, you see there's a button. You want to go ahead and click on the button. And then here, settings, you want to go over here, set action. And you want to change the set action where it says link here. You want to put the link to your thank you page. So what does your thank you page look like? Your thank you page is this link right here. Facebook group thank you page. You want to grab this link. Again, not this link, but the one that is the one you have in your funnel. It's going to be on your domain name. You want to make sure that you've gone ahead and cleaned up the links like we've talked about in the training in the ad setup. You clean up the links. You do all of that. You grab that link. You go ahead and put it right here under the phrase, the go to URL, boom, right there. And you want to click, make sure it's open in the same window. That's very important as well. You're going to go ahead and do that. You're then going to go ahead and underneath here, there's another link. You're going to click on that. Click on the pencil icon. It says link here. Obviously not link here. You want to go ahead and put the link to your thank you page. I'm not going to do it because this is a demo, but for you, you want to make sure that you actually put your thank you URL right here for both of that, okay? That's very important. That's for desktop. You want to do the same thing up here. This is button number 1. This is button number 2. This is link number 1. This is link number 2. You want to come up here, settings. You want to do it again. Set action. Put the link to your thank you page right here. Open in the same window. Yes. Same thing with the link here. Boom, link right there. You want to put the thank you page link right there. Now, you see here, this is desktop 1 and this is desktop only. You want to make sure you click on mobile and do the same thing over here. Click on it, set action, boom, put it right there. Click on the link here, click on the pencil icon, boom, link there. This is very important. If you only do it on the desktop side, it's not going to change it on the mobile side. So you want to make sure for button number 1, you do it 2 times on each side. So 2 times here, and 2 times here. And then for button number 2, there's no desktop here, so you only have to do it once, okay? And I've gone ahead and outlined that for you guys here. So button link number 1, desktop, make sure opens in the same window. Link under button number 1, desktop, make sure opens in the same window. Button link number 1, mobile. Button link number 1, link number 1, mobile. Then for button number 2, you only have that and that. Boom, just like that, we've now completed the linking for the buttons, and we've already completed the linking for the privacy policy and all of that. Next, you're going to go into SEO metadata. So you go over here, settings, SEO metadata. You want to go ahead and edit this. Title, join the free Facebook group. If you want to leave it like that, awesome. Description of your awesome landing page. Do you want to leave it like that? Up to you. You can change it right there. Click, your author, your organization's name right here. If you want to have a social image, so that way when you copy the link and you put it on social media, it has a lit image. You can do that over here as well. You want to make sure you edit the SEO metadata for that, okay? Boom, just like that, that is taken care of. Next, you want to go over to settings, general, and you want to make sure that affiliate badge and search engines is hide. That's very important, so that way you don't have an affiliate badge for ClickFunnels hopping on your pages. That's kind of annoying. Boom, just like that, that takes care of all of the changes that we need to make on the control. Once you make all of those changes, you want to make sure that you click on save or click save multiple times throughout this process, so that way all of your hard work is not going to waste. And then all of the other text that is on here is pretty standard. You're more than welcome to read it, and you can make some changes if you want, but this is typically the text that you can keep if you're running Facebook group ads to a health and wellness coaching group. And then this text right here, you want to leave that as well. That is the control page. Obviously, I'm going to click on leave because I don't want to save my changes, but you will want to make sure you save your changes, okay? That is taken care of there. The other thing you're going to go ahead and do is once you've gone ahead and taken care of that, you also want to do the same thing on the variation page. And all of those changes I've mentioned for you here on the variation page. Niche call out at the top, image, org name, privacy policy, links, SEO metadata, and affiliate badge on the variation as well. So if I open up the variation, right here, niche call out, you want to make sure you change that. Make sure you change your org name right here. Obviously, your org name is not your org name. You want to make sure you change that right there, okay? You want to make sure that you actually go ahead and link. Now, on here, on this specific landing page, there is no mobile and desktop difference. And so you literally just click on it one time here, settings, you go over to set action, and then you put the link right there, and same window. Again, that's a link to your thank you page. And then same thing with the link underneath the button. Boom, link right there, that is taken care of. Change the image. Make sure you go over to SEO metadata. You change the SEO metadata, and then you go over to general, make sure that that is taken care of as well. Make sure you change the image and click on save. I said that twice because that's really important to make sure you do. All of the changes you need to make for the variation, all of that is inside of the setup guide as well for you, okay? Now what we've gone ahead and done is we've finished setting up the landing pages. We're now going to go over to the thank you page and set up the thank you page. So again, you save your changes. I'm not going to save my changes because this is just a demo. You go over back to your landing, your ClickFunnels funnel. You then go to your thank you page. On your thank you page, you only have one page. There's no variation. You click on edit page. For your thank you page, what are you going to change? There's a couple of things you need to change. Where goes my guide? Right here. I'm going to go ahead and change the redirect URL inside of the timer. That's the very first thing. Because when people land on this, if they land on this and you don't change this link, they're not going to end up on your Facebook group. So what you want to do is you click on the timer. Let me show you guys again. Click on the timer. Click on settings. You're then going to go ahead and click right here, expire action, redirect to URL, and then the redirect URL. Now, this is where that URL Genius link comes in. So if you remember, we made that URL Genius link here. You're going to copy this URL from URL Genius. This is the link that is going to redirect them to the Facebook group that is going to open up inside of their mobile app when they click on it. You're going to grab that link and you're going to put that inside of the timer's redirect URL. Where it says link here, you're going to put that right there, and then you click on enter. You want to just double check that it actually saves. So I click out of it, I click on settings, and then I make sure that it's saved. So let me show you guys as a test here, okay? So boom, I click here, boom, so it did actually save. Now I'm going to change mine's back because I don't want to mess up my template here, but you will go ahead and just click on that. And then also right here, boom, pencil icon right there. You also want to go ahead and put that link, that URL Genius link right there as well. So that way, in case the redirect breaks, they're able to actually click on the link and get to there as well. And then you want to click on save. And then you also want to make sure you check on SEO metadata as well as general here as well. And I've gone ahead and made notes for that for you guys here in the thank you page. Boom, just like that, you've now gone ahead and set up your entire funnel. So that way your funnel is ready to go ahead and launch ads too. Make sure you pause the training, make sure you go through that, so that way you can make sure that everything is going on. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the actual custom conversion setup now as well. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into your custom conversion setup. So now that you finish setting up your funnel, you can now actually utilize the links that are inside of your funnel inside of your custom conversion. Now, what is your custom conversion? If you've referenced the Facebook ads training that talks about the foundations, the custom conversion is what allows Facebook to know what happens off of Facebook. So that way you can actually track which of your ads are getting better results and which ones are not. If you do not set this up, you will not be able to know what ads are working and what ads are not working. And this is why this is so important. Now, just as a reminder, just as we've talked about in the Facebook ads foundation setup, we do set up our custom conversion on the business manager level, not on the ad account level. The reason we do that, and this is only something that advanced Facebook ads people would know. The reason why we do that is because in case your ad account gets disabled, you're able to then disassociate your custom conversion with your ad account because it is located on the business manager level, not on the ad account level. So how we're going to go ahead and set this up is you're literally going to go over to your ads manager. You're then going to go over to, let me show you what it's going to look like for you, because it's not going to look like this for you right now. You're going to go over your ads manager. You're going to click on the settings cog. You're then going to go on the left side and you're going to click on data sources. And then you're going to click on custom conversion. Once you click on custom conversion, you're going to click on add, create new custom conversion. Now in here, you're going to name this Facebook group opt-ins, okay? Now I've gone ahead and included that for you in the guide as well. The name is going to be Facebook group opt-ins. For the data source, you're going to select your active pixel. So your data source, you're going to select whatever pixel that you have active. You're going to click on all URL traffic. Category, you're going to click select your own category. You're going to put that as leads, as lead right here, okay? Now, once you have that, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to put the URL to your Facebook group funnel thank you page. So you're going to go over to your ClickFunnels. You're going to go over to your Facebook group thank you page, and you are going to copy this URL. Now, again, it should already be on your domain name, and you should have already cleaned up the plus and minuses and all that kind of stuff by clicking on settings here, and then also go into publishing. So that way you should have a pretty clean URL here. You're going to go ahead and copy the URL without www and without https://. It's very, very important. For custom conversions, you always want to have a clean URL, otherwise it doesn't track properly, okay? You're going to copy that, and then you're going to go ahead and put that right underneath here where it says URLs. Now, for the sake of this example training, I'm going to go ahead and utilize our URL to our training portal, so that way I can show you as an example. But for you guys, you're going to be utilizing your thank you page in your ClickFunnels, okay? Then you're going to go to enter conversion value. You're going to put on 10. Now, this is not how much money you're going to be spending on this. This is literally just something that helps Facebook track a little bit better. That's why we use 10, because that's a typical KPI for a lead that we're going to be expecting on here, okay? So right here, do not include www. Conversion value, enter in 10. You're then going to go ahead and click on create. Boom, just like that. And then sometimes Facebook is finicky, so I go ahead and refresh the page. Sweet. Now, on my end, I'm going to actually go ahead and make a separate thing here. So because this is an example, I'm going to just remove this here real quick. I'm going to make a separate one here. And I'm going to call mine customers only because this is an example, okay? So I'm going to do customers, select category, I'm going to do lead here, and then I'm going to put it there as to conversion value. Good. Awesome. Now you wouldn't name it customers. This is just an example. I don't want to get it confused with the existing Facebook group opt-ins custom conversion we have. So I just want to leave that there. Awesome. Refresh the page because sometimes Facebook is glitchy. Once you actually create it, okay? Now again, you're going to be doing yours for the Facebook group opt-ins. I'm going to do mine for the customers, but you're going to be following this for this right here. You're going to go to connected assets, add an asset, and you're going to connect this custom conversion now to the ad account. Remember we said that we do this on the business manager level? We're going to go ahead and connect this custom conversion to the ad account, so that way it is connected right there, okay? Boom, just like that. We've gone ahead and click create. That was something that we missed there. Click create, boom. We've now ahead and created our custom conversion in step number 1 of this. Step number 2 is we're now going to go ahead and activate our custom conversion. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go over to our ad account and we're going to go over to events manager. So let's talk about this. We're going to go over to here. I'm going to go over to ads manager. And then once I'm in ads manager, boom, just like that, I'm going to click over to the dots, scroll down to events manager. Once I'm inside of events manager on the left side, I'm now going to go over to custom conversions. And you will see that there's going to be the custom conversion that you created. Now again, I'm going to do mine for customers. You're going to see yours going to say Facebook group opt-ins. Your Facebook group opt-ins custom conversion is going to be inactive. It is going to be inactive. It's not going to show as active. It's going to be inactive, just like this one, because this is the example one that I'm utilizing. What you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to open an incognito window in Chrome. Command-Shift-N on Mac, Control-Shift-N on Windows. You're then going to go ahead and put in the link to the actual page that you're going to be running, the thank you page. And you're going to go ahead and refresh that page a whole bunch of times. You're going to go ahead and refresh that page a whole bunch of times, okay? The reason we're doing this is because we're trying to get some traffic into that page, so that way that custom conversion can go ahead and fire. I'm going to refresh it a bunch of times. Now again, yours is not going to be to a training portal. This is just an example. But let me refresh this now. Let me go back and see if it activated the pixel. It's still inactive. Okay, cool. So we're going to go back here. Let's refresh a whole bunch more times. And then we sometimes look in here. Ah, you see? So I violated my own rule. I put HTTP on here. So that messes things up. I got to go back over to settings. And I'm happy that this happened live so that way you can see. You just got to double check these things slowly and carefully. It's not something you can do with your head all over the place. I'm going to delete customers, custom conversion. Yes. I'm going to redo this. Okay, new custom conversion. This is customers. Category, lead. Boom, just like that. I'm going to come in here. I do not want any of this. I want this only. Just like that. Boom, just like that. Custom right here. 10, create. There we go. And then I'll refresh that. I'm going to go ahead and click on connected assets, add asset, connect it to my ad account. Boom, just like that. Go back over here to events manager. And then I'm going to go here to custom conversions. I will see my customers here inactive. Perfect. Let me just double check. Yep, perfect. No HTTPS. I open up an incognito window. I go to the URL. And sometimes I even take this out and just the blanket URL, right? The naked URL, that's what they call it right there. Just refresh a bunch of times, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on refresh in that page and see if it activated the There we go. Boom, just like that. You see how it turned to active now? That's exactly what you want to do. You need to activate your custom conversion so that way it can actually show up as an active custom conversion for you to select when you actually create the ads. If you don't activate your custom conversion, then it's not going to show up. And typically the issue is with the HTTPS or the www in the beginning, and that's going to be very important to go ahead and fix. Now, if you don't have a custom conversion, Facebook has no idea what it's actually optimizing for, and that's why it's very important to do that, okay? And so that was the second setup part that we've talked about here. Remember, we've talked about here 5 things we're setting up. We've finished the funnel setup. We've now finished the custom conversion setup. The reason why we do the custom conversion after the funnel is because you need that URL link for your thank you page in your funnel for your custom conversion, okay? And so now the next thing that we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna talk about actually setting up your ads manager columns. So how you're gonna be doing this is you're gonna go into your ads manager and you're gonna go into your active ad account. Let me show you what that looks like. Click on here, dots, ads manager. Boom, just like that. I have my ads account here. You see how it's set to performance. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set it to official tracking. Now, if you don't have official tracking set up, we've already set this up in the Facebook Ads Foundations, which was in Judgment Day. So make sure you actually go ahead and set up your official tracking. That's going to be very important because what we're going to do right now builds on the fact that you already have official tracking set up. If you don't have official tracking set up, go do that. I don't know what you're doing because you're watching this training and you should go set it up. Once you have official tracking, you're going to click on Customize Columns. And then you're going to go over here to Custom Conversions. And you're going to go ahead and add Facebook group opt-ins total and cost. Now, I already have mine selected, but what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to add that, and you're going to add that, and you're going to move it right underneath cost per click. So let me show you if I had deleted this, right? If I delete this, it doesn't show up there. I'm going to add total, and I'm going to add cost, and I'm going to now move these. First, I'm going to do the total one. I'm going to move it right underneath CPC. I'm going to put cost right underneath that as well. And then if you don't have it yet, you can go ahead and add date created. You can just search right here, date created. And you can add ad set ID. Those are 2 additional ones that come in handy later on, so you can add those here as well. So it's going to look like all of the ones we set up in Judgment Day, in the ads tracking, all that setup. And then after CPC, you have Facebook group opt-ins, cost per Facebook group opt-ins, date created, and ad set ID. This is very, very important, so that way when you're actually optimizing ads for your Facebook group that you've been running, it's very easy for you to go ahead and do. And then you're going to click on Save as Preset, Official Tracking, and then you're going to click on Apply. And then it's going to say Rename. Yes. Rename. Boom. You now have your official tracking properly set up. Sometimes it doesn't save. Like you see here, it didn't save properly. So I click on Save. I put Official Tracking. Sometimes Facebook is finicky like that. And I'm happy these problems happen while the training is being recorded. So you can see how there's a bunch of problems that Facebook sometimes has. Boom. Official tracking is now set up. And that is what we talk about when we talk about setting up your Ads Manager column setup. Just like that, we've gone ahead and done it, and all of the step-by-step is there for you inside of the setup guide as well. Awesome. Let's go ahead and set up your copy, and then we set up your creative, and then we are done with the entire build for your ads to group play. Now, in the copy, what we've gone ahead and done is inside of the resources section below, there is the Facebook group ad copy. What you want to go ahead and do is you want to go ahead and put this inside of your ad copy folder inside of your Google Drive. This is very, very important. Inside of your paid traffic, inside of your ad copy, you click on it, you open it up, make your own copy of this. You will not be able to edit this. You make your own copy of it and put it inside of your Google Drive. And I'm going to walk you through what ad copy we've given you guys, okay? So there is an ad copy that says the want to learn ad copy. The reason why the ad copy names are important is because inside of your ads tracker, if you remember from our Facebook group, from our Facebook training, you're going to be utilizing the names to keep track of what ads, so that way you can organize things. You want to make sure that in this copy, once you have your own version of this, you want to make sure you change the niche right here. Because we've started a free Facebook group called, make sure you change the name of that right there. This link right here in the copy is going to be the link to your landing page. So you go to your funnel, right here, this link that is here, not this link. Again, you put it on your own domain name. Make sure it's on your own domain name. Make sure it does not say .clickfunnels.com. That's very important. Facebook does not like that. You're going to take this link, whatever link is there that you've cleaned up properly. That is going to be the link that is going to be inside of your ads copy, okay? That's very important. This link right here, that's what goes there. That is one copy that you can run. Honestly, that one copy will probably last you forever. Not forever. Let me take that back. It will last you a long time. This is a really, really good ad copy that you'll be able to see if that's working really well for you or not. Another one that you can go ahead and utilize, we've gone ahead and included another one for you, is a looking for copy. Hey, I'm looking for health and fitness help as a busy mom. Join our group of busy moms and working professionals. Again, you can go ahead and change these niche callouts for the niche that is specific for you. This tight-knit community helps busy moms get resources that they actually need, Again, you can change as much of this as you want, but make sure that you keep the overall meaning of it. Because you guys are not copywriters, we've gone ahead and already given this to you guys. Make sure you stick to the overall meaning of it and you're not writing just paragraphs and paragraphs of essays on there, okay? That's the second copy. The second one is a free program. So inside of your Facebook group, you're going to be giving a lot of freebies away, right? A lot of free trainings and that kind of stuff. So you can kind of position your Facebook group as you giving a free, hey, 2020 has been rough. That's why we're doing a free 21-day transformation. And this can kind of be like something you have like a PDF inside of your Facebook group. So that way you can utilize a lot more powerful marketing to get people into your group. My name is Coach whatever. I'm looking for 15 ladies. You know, if your niche is not ladies, you can change that as well in our free community. I'm new to this online, so I would love your feedback. It's 100% free. Go ahead and click on this link. Again, this link right here is the link to your landing page. Here's what to expect. Here's what you can get out of it. You can utilize this copy as well. This is one that we've been utilizing a long time. We got it from some programs that we were in, and it really works for health and fitness as well, okay? So those are the three copies that we have provided for you guys when you guys actually put your ads together. That way you have the ads to group Facebook ad copy, okay? Boom, just like that. That has gone ahead and set up your ad copy, and I've gone ahead and included that for you inside of your ads group setup. I've gone ahead and included that for you here as well. Read through the copy, make sure the appropriate changes to the copy are made. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and talk about the creative that we're providing for you guys for this ads play. The ads creative setup. Step number one, you're going to import the Canva creative template into your Canva account. So inside of the resources link, there is a add to group add creative Canva import. You click on that link right here. We've already gone ahead and given you guys the exact creative that you can use, and we're going to show you how to make edits to this. You go ahead and click on use template. When you click on use template, it's going to take you over to the actual template over here, okay? Now what you can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and change the name right here, and then you can go ahead and change the join our free group. You can call it a free community if you want. You can change that there. You can also change the niche call out there. And then these images are tested images. They've been proven over a long period of time when we were running these ads. And so you can more than welcome to utilize these exact images. In fact, that would be my recommendation. My recommendation is that you do not make any changes to the creative and you keep the creative to what it is that we have. This is my big recommendation. If you really feel like you want to make changes, you're more than welcome to. It's very easy to do so. You just grab a file. And you grab it there and you drag it. I'm going to put my own headshot here. Boom, just like that. Don't run that as ad creative. It probably wouldn't work that well. Maybe. It might be worth a test. Right here, you go ahead and change the creative if you want to make changes to that, but we've already given you the exact template to put together for that, okay? Inside of the setup, what's next? Change the headline text. Change the images if needed. Look through all of the creatives that have been provided. You want to look through all of those. And what you're going to do is once you're finished, you want to download the creatives from Canva and you want to put them inside of your ad creative folder and you want to rename them with 2 to 3 word creative, with 2 to 3 word keywords. Now, we've already gone ahead and this one right here is called a double bicep meals is what I call this one right here. We call it the double bicep meals. Again, 2 or 3 words that'll be very descriptive. So that way when you create your ads tracker, you know exactly what it is, the creative that you utilized. So when you download these, you go to download, you go to all pay, you click on download, and then you put them in your Google Drive. You go to your Google Drive and rename them. Don't leave them as it's going to come as page 1, da, 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 da. Don't leave them like that. Go into your Google Drive and rename them so that way it's easy for you to be able to create your ads when you actually create your ads, okay? That's very, very, very important to make sure that you do. And boom, just like that, that is the ads creative setup. And so that went ahead and walked you through the funnel setup, the custom conversion setup, the ads manager column setup, the ad copy setup, and the ad creative setup. These are the 5 pieces that you need to go ahead and build in order to be able to run the ads to group play. Make sure you take it step by step by step. I know that this training was a little bit of a longer one because I wanted to walk you through it so that way there are no questions, and we even had some hiccups that happen so that way you're able to see that, hey, it's normal to have hiccups. Turn off your phone, lock the door, tell your husband to take care of the kids, tell your wife to take care of the kids. Literally just sit down and focus. This is not something that somebody whose head is all over the place can go ahead and do, okay? So that's very, very important. Make sure you set up everything so that way you are ready to rock and roll and launch your ads according to the ads training that we have. So this is just a play. You now need to take this play and plug it into launch day, to judgment day, to ongoing Facebook ads management. You just take this play and you plug it into the Facebook Foundations training. With that, I will catch you guys on the next training.